You got to get that blood work done. Transfusions and whatnot. What's good? What up, y'all? Sixth Element of Hip Hop here in the building. Stu Dog is your co-host. I'm Reno Noir. We got Raw Talk in the house. Stu, I think you're on mute. There you go. Raw Talk. What up, man?
Chilling. You know.
Sixth Element of Hip Hop.
Peace.
Yes, word. We got. Nah, go ahead. What are you saying?
I was just saying, yes, indeed, sir.
Oh yeah. You know. Yeah. Listen, we got a good show tonight. We got some major things going down. We got the TMNT last Ronin live action joint that's happening. We got the Joker 2 Folie à Deux. We got the trailer for that. We're gonna get to see the trailer. We're gonna break that down. And sadly, today we found out that today one of the icons and legends of the South of Southern hip hop has passed away. Rico Wade, the producer of OutKast, Dungeon Family, Goody Mob, you know, all them Dungeon Family groups and shit like that, all produced rather by Rico Wade himself. What are you looking for? Oh, all right. You know, so it is, it's sad because also Mr. C, that we just heard about as well. Mr. C, Stu was telling me, passed away as well, and that's a whole nother region of hip hop.
DJ, yeah, that was the
East Coast.
Was the producer of Biggie's first album. He produced Biggie's first album, Ready to Die. He also produced he was the DJ on Kane's first album and second album. Then he became a radio celeb. It's a lot, man. A lot of these guys are dying young, so brothers, take care of yourself. You know what I mean? Let's try to make it out of the 50s. Let's try to get to the 80s and 90s. Let's stop ending our lives in the 50s. You know?
Yeah, man. Health is wealth. Forget all that other stuff they say.
Sir.
Shout out to Slade Wilson, Johnny Quest Gaming, the Comics. You know, shout out to y'all in the chat. But yeah, man, it's crazy, man. A lot of people. I mean, I don't know. I have my theories on a lot of things, but I'll keep it to myself because then we'll get into a whole nother realm of speech, and I mean, but ever since that big event, everything started moving at a fast pace, and people start dropping like flies. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? So everybody out there, keep your health, up to par. Focus on that first, because that's what you need to move around and live. You need your health first. Everything else is secondary. Everything else. You know what I mean? Always focus on that. The way you eat, what you're putting in your food, what they're putting in the foods. I'm waiting on a friend of mine that sent me an app. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got the soldiers. I got the Cobra La figures that came out with the O-rings. Yeah. But your health definitely.
He said who? Who said who was that? That's not.
That's Slade.
Slade.
I mean, construction of my as y'all see, everything changed in the background, so I'm under construction as we speak. So I did my shelving and stuff like that. So it's totally different from the last time. So I'm really trying to display stuff. So it's buried under a lot of stuff. Even if I show y'all, look down, I got a lot of stuff going on here. So yeah. So by the you want to see the Cobra Law figures, they're under a bin somewhere. Hold on. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm gonna stop Cam, but I'll bring them back. Hold on. I gotta go through.
All right.
While
So
he doing that, we can get to the Ninja Turtle time.
we're gonna talk about Rico because I don't want to start the Ninja Turtle thing if he's about to come back and start another thing, right?
Okay, all right. Yeah,
but
Rico,
is he back?
Hold on.
Nah, he's still,
hold on.
at the camera black.
Okay.
It's just he wanted to see the Cobra Law figures I have.
Well, yeah, hang on, let me mute his mic real quick. But yeah, man, Rico Wade, man, I do want to give him his proper respect, man, and give him his flowers because he just passed away today. Or at least we found out today. His family issued a statement. He was 52 years old. And the statement reads, "We are deeply saddened by the sudden and unexpected passing of our son, father, husband, and brother, Rico Wade. Our hearts are heavy as we mourn the loss of a talented individual who's touched the lives of so many, and we ask that you respect the legacy of our loved one and our privacy at this time." So they haven't given a cause of death at all. That's been they haven't said. But Killer Mike, who recently deployed the legendary producer's services on his Grammy award-winning album Michael, took to Instagram today and said, "I don't have the words to express my deep and profound sense of loss. I am praying for your wife and children. I am praying for the Wade family. I am praying for us all." He wrote in the caption, "I deeply appreciate your acceptance into the Dungeon family, mentorship, friendship, and brotherhood. I don't know where I would be without y'all. This is a part of the journey. You told me it ain't been hard throughout the journey. It's been a journey. The journey ain't going to be the same without you. Like you say, though, I'ma stay down on it. We are all love and respect, Michael." And the Dungeon family, for those who don't know, for those who are not from the South, or those who are not into that, that
hip hop. You listen.
era of hip hop.
Reno, we're gonna give it more respect than that. For those of y'all that don't know nothing about hip hop, you got to know about Dungeon Family. I don't care who you are, from the South to the North to the West. At the Dungeon Family, they were popping at the time when they came out, and they did their thing. You can't take nothing away from none of them. Yeah, you can't take nothing away from none of them. Yeah, they did their thing.
They were not a hip hop group per se. Dungeon Family is
they were more like native tongues. Yeah, they like native tongues. Yeah, just a collection of people that had the same hip hop vibe.
Producers
from Atlanta. Yeah, they're all from Atlanta.
All considered pioneers of Southern hip hop.
Or that Atlanta sound.
Yeah, it includes groups like OutKast, Goody Mob, Killer Mike,
Killer Mike.
What's
my man? What's the other dude? What's that one dude? He's something like Killer Mike. It'll come to me. It's on the tip of my tongue.
In addition to his production work on the Dungeon Family's collection of albums, he also has made his name fucking with R&B as well. He did In Vogue's Don't Let Go and TLC's Waterfalls. That's Rico Wade. Waterfalls. That's also, there is a hip hop collective that was like his little group of producers called Organized Noise, and that was him, Ray Murray, Sleepy Brown. Sleepy Brown did some joints where he sang and shit like that, so he actually has performed, but the rest of them, they're producers. But yeah, they back in 2019, Rico Wade did an interview with about how he felt about influencing a whole generation of rap producers. And he said that, you know, it's important to keep one hand on the pulse of the youth in order to stay relevant. He said you really just got to keep your ear to the pulse of what's going on sometimes, even when you're established. He said, because I feel like our style is being used by a lot of people, but we did it. And that means they want to do it the right way. And they're not doing it because they're copying us. They're doing it because that's right. And he also continued saying tuning 808s, adding hip hop drums with ghetto shit, rapping, making it clusterfuck is where it's at. That's what makes it great. That's when you see the Earth Gangs and Kendrick Lamar's, and I love it. And I love what they're doing. You know, so he was down with what was going on. I mean, he was always, you know, down with, you know, what was, you know, what hip hop was evolving into, you know, and he leaves behind 2 children as well. He had 2 kids. He's also the cousin of Future as well, the rapper Future, which Future actually began his career as a second generation member of Dungeon Family, along
Yes,
with
he
Killer
did.
Mike and them. Yeah, so
Killer Mike, Bubba Sparks. I can get Bubba Sparks was part of the Dungeon Family.
Crusher.
Bone
DJ
Crusher.
Tump, DJ Tump,
So,
big
Yeah.
legend.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Word up.
yeah.
Word up. Yeah. You know, he's the one. I mean, you know, when Andre was like,
But it's like this though. I'm tired of folks, you know what I'm saying? Them closed-minded folks, you know what I'm saying? It's like we got a demo tape and don't nobody want to hear it, but it's like this, the South got something to say. That's all I got to say.
Rico was the music behind that voice, behind that message that Andre was talking about. You know, when he said that, that's, you know, that's laid to the beats of this man, Rico Wade. You know, he's the icon of, you know, if you you know, from the South and you into Southern hip hop, you know, or hip hop period, you should know Rico Wade. But here's a little bit of a clip of him. Let's see. The South got something to say. That clip I just of Andre saying the South got something to say. That's all I got to say. They actually did a documentary called "The South's Got Something to Say" because that line when Andre came out and did that was at the Source Awards when, you know, Biggie and Suge and they had their whole, and Snoop, y'all ain't got love for Death Row. That whole shit that went down. That was that night.
Yeah.
And after all that shit went down, Andre went up to get their award and everybody was booing and shit. And they were like, yo, y'all East Coast, West Coast, the South is here too. And this was before the South was really doing shit. They were just getting onto the scene. But this was East Coast, West Coast war. South wasn't really doing it yet, but they were. And Andre was letting you know that we about to come. And they did. They came. The South, we came, we kicked ass, and we still run the shit to this day. So it is what it is. But, you know, that being said, part of that documentary here, he I think we can play a little clip of it if it plays. I'm not sure if it will, though. It seems like it might have some type of, I don't know, maybe it's got some kind of block on it or something.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can play it without sharing. No, it's not a block. It's just something that doesn't play.
It's just showing the picture of the
Yeah, isn't that fucking ignorant? But no, I got it right here. I got it right here. Let's run this little commercial through it. But yeah, this is on the Atlanta Journal Constitution.
Cool Joe.
My name is Rico Wade. I'm a producer with Organized Noise.
Y'all hear that?
Yep.
Yeah.
You said, my name is Rico Wade. I'm a producer with Organized Noise. That's him in the middle. That's Sleepy Brown over here on the right with the big clout goggles on.
Yeah,
and Ray over here on the left.
And a member of the Dungeon family, Sleepy Brown, a member of Organized Noise and also the Dungeon family. I am Ray Murray, also of Organized Noise, the last My name is Kawan Prather. Most people know me as KP. I'm a DJ. Dungeon Family.
Big Rube.
Southwest Atlanta, 2 Strong Zone.
Yeah. Y'all heard Big Rube.
Mhm.
Y'all heard Big Rube on OutKast album talking and saying poetry and shit.
Mhm.
Downstairs where we put the equipment at, it just was like real danky, dog.
Yeah, you see this little house right here, the little brick house?
Yeah, man.
The basement underneath this house was where OutKast was made, where Goody Mob was made, where all of that shit was made. Dungeon Family. That's why it was called Dungeon Family, because they worked out of this basement that they called the dungeon, because the walls of the basement were actually dirt. Like, it wasn't even a fucking concreted basement. It was literally a dirt fucking dugout dungeon. And that's where they had the studio and all that. That's where OutKast and Goody Mob recorded their first albums.
Now you got bare air ducts and pipes and shit. And there's somebody, I'm trying to think of shit. So this shit like a dungeon. like you torture somebody in the mouth. What was that? That was just like. And Rico's house, the dungeon at the time, was like a halfway house. Stayed there, stayed overnight. His mom was like very clear about rules and stuff. And okay, maybe today she's gonna put us out. You know what I'm saying? His mom gonna get out of this eventually. But thank God for Beatrice Wade. That little house.
Beatrice Wade.
Dungeon Family.
Woo! That's
Classic album, 5 mics. 5 mics. Easy 5 mic classic.
Easy.
Straight up.
Early.
I got mine upstairs though.
PA OutKast, Goody
I
Mob.
got that joint on CD.
Word.
It's like a parliament kind of vibe. So that's kind of how the Dungeon Family started, because we started realizing that everybody contributed something really special and unique, and when you put it all together, it was the most original. We know what it means to push the culture forward, and we end up making players ball.
Yes.
Classic.
Yes. But that's South's got something to say. It's a documentary. Man, it's dope. It's dope.
There's another dope documentary out too, man. I gotta finish watching it, and it is dope. And that Biz Mark, his wife produced it, and all this. Like, there's a lot I found out watching that documentary about Biz Markie that I didn't know. DJ Muggs got one out. It's Muggs.
Yeah. There's
Biz
a lot
Mark,
of
and now I'm gonna watch. Yeah, I'm gonna watch all three. I'm gonna watch that other one too. The one you just. I'm gonna watch that too. But I'm gonna tell you, Biz Mark. It was a lot. It was a lot I didn't know about Biz, man. And his wife made sure that they paid a lot of homage to Biz on that, man. Like a lot of things that Biz did and he had, man. Like it just and Reno, you just sent me a clip where Kane was talking about Biz. He was talking about how Biz had a lot of, Biz was a big time collector too. I never knew that until I watched the documentary. And then when you sent me that video, Kane said the same thing. He said, man, Biz had a lot of stuff, man. He had a lot of stuff that he kept from over the years that he just kept, like he collected, like from hip hop. I was like, dang.
Yeah. Nah, and I got a list of, not like a straight up list of everything that Rico Wade did, but a lot of the stuff that y'all might have heard of and shit. Like, he's the architect of the whole Dirty South sound. The idea of the Dirty South, that shit came out of the dungeon. The word Dirty South, the phrase Dirty South, that was coined out of the dungeon. Goody Mob and shit. Yeah. Rico, Wade, fucking Sleepy Brown, Ray Murray, they co-produced OutKast's 1994 joint, Southern Playlist Cadillac Music. And he was definitely instrumental in inviting the teenage Andre 3000 and Big Boy into the Organized Noise basement, also known as the Dungeon, and continued collaboration, basically extending to other OutKast albums like ATLians, Aquemini, Stankonia, tracks like Skew It on the Barbie with fucking Raekwon and shit, So Fresh So Clean. Rico Wade is on there. And you can hear his sound and his style, and of course TLC Waterfalls. you know, he made a fucking mint off that shit. He definitely got rich off that song alone. But yeah, his influence, you know, it definitely resonates, man, throughout hip hop, throughout definitely Southern hip hop. You know, lyrics, beats, music, hooks, all of that, and everything. And yo, what's good? Wepa Spawn.
Wepa Spawn. Wepa Spawn. What up?
Yo. ¿Qué pasa, mi gente? I'll try not to burn you with my green energy today. Don't you worry.
Yeah. Don't run no chains to us.
Don't do it dirty.
Wepa Spawn don't have chains. You know, as a Puerto Rican, we only use knives.
Oh, okay. He just shank.
He just shank you up. Right? He just stab you up, leave you there. Sit you down in the chair and just leave you there.
You got
it's a link chain of box cutters. That's what it is. Yeah.
But yeah, Wade, Organized Noise, man. We were just talking about Rico Wade passed away. We found out today, and
so many people away.
I know. We just heard Mr. C just died as well. Mr.
C. Yeah, Mr. C just passed away.
Before, the other one passed.
Rico Wade. Yeah.
Because Trina Robbins, a legend in comic books, passed away.
Who?
Trina Robbins. Oh my God, look her up. She is an icon, a pioneer in comic books.
Oh, yeah?
Old school legend that passed away. Yeah, yo. She died after the Mr. C. You know, and then we have OJ died too, right?
Yeah, OJ. Yeah.
People
Trina
say
Robbins.
Words were I did it. I don't know. Is that true?
Wait, was what true?
That his OJ's last words were I did it.
Oh, you wow.
It's too late, and it's too late now, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, but you know, it's a shock. Like Rico Wade just dying out of nowhere. I was like, what the fuck? And we don't know. We don't have a cause of death. We have no idea. Like it wasn't sick. He was young as hell. He's 52. Like, you know, he had no business dying of old age or no shit like that. And like I say, he wasn't sick that we know of.
It was the Illuminati. They did it.
He wasn't a drug addict. He wasn't, you know, that kind of dude. He definitely wasn't no gangster. He wasn't no drug dealer. He wasn't none of that. So
all the rappers seem to be dying in their 50s, bro. Like Mr. C was what, 58 or something like that, 56 or 50. I know Kane is 55, so he ain't too much older than Kane. Rico was what, 50 something. Jaleel from Houdini, he was like 59, 60. Like these guys are young, bro. Like they should be living into their 80s and 90s, bro. Like they dying in their 50s, and if they hit 60, they lucky, and then they die. You like, damn.
Man, it's our food and the thing in the system. This isn't real food that we be eating out here, and all that stuff affects us. And then them as celebrities, they don't take care of themselves properly. At the end of the day, there's no one thing. You know,
I know I would, bro.
They do what they do, and you know, people encourage that misbehavior and those bad deeds. And you know, it is what it is. You know, and unfortunately, shit happens.
I know if I had all that money, I'd be taking care of my shit, bro. I'd be healthy as fuck, working out all the time, eating the best health food.
You know, I'm gonna die partying real young. That's it.
I'd be eating the finest. I'd be drinking the finest wheat grasses and fucking herbal fucking bro. I
herbal, the finest liquor, the finest liquor.
Fresh fruits off the tree in the Caribbean and shit.
Reno will be drinking like fruit smoothies with his pinky up at the beach. I see now.
Peace, Wepa Spawn. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on with me? Yeah, I'm going to teleport to your room. That's what I was waiting for.
Yeah, he was looking for something.
Did you ever find what you were looking for, Raw Talk?
Oh yeah. I got the
Globulous.
Globulous. I got asking for the 3-pack.
Yo, they about to put out Enforcer Classified, yes sir.
Nemesis Enforcer.
And they're bringing that into the Corvo Commander comic too now. The more on the Corvo Law with the new.
Yeah. Where am I going? Right here. Yeah, I just picked them up today.
And I just came back from the going to my mailbox. I got this in.
Ooh, nice.
You know what I'm saying? I bought it off Macari.
They're you know how you remember the snake eyes that they made with that same skull necklace?
Yeah, he's right. He is.
They're doing a classified. Yeah. They're doing a
up there.
Yep. They're doing
in the 25th anniversary version is up there.
right. Yep. They're doing a
wow.
classified version. But yeah, Thundercats got a new book out. That's one of the cool Chitara covers. That's number.
Oh yeah, Chitara covers is hot.
Yeah.
It's
I love
hot.
it.
Dynamite is killing it.
Panthro and Mumra, my favorite characters. Yeah.
I wish they
they're
would.
great.
Now I'm gonna keep it a buck. That 2011 Thundercats, bro, I was upset when I got to the end of that because they just ended it and they never. They got it. Somebody got to finish that. Somebody got to pick that up and finish that. Bro, I'm sorry, but it was good.
Serana. Yeah, it was.
I gotta get to the comic book shop. Man. I gotta pick up my Cobra Commanders and my Dukes. I got a couple issues at the comic book shop, man. I gotta get and G.I. Joe.
I'm really excited for this one. G.I. Joe has been really good, dude.
Mm-hmm.
This really good. This is 305.
But that
Great
Duke
cover
is
too.
crazy.
Yeah, Duke is nuts. This has been good too. Well, I think it's gonna get good anyway.
X-Men.
Yeah, Weapon X-Men. And of course, Ultimate Spider-Man's been dope. This is number 3, just came. And I'm super excited, y'all. Check this out. I finally found what I've been looking for my whole fucking life is actual chrome paint that's actually chrome. Like, I mean, not silver, not metallic, not gray with sparkles in it, right? Like chrome paint, right? Always is
chrome.
This is legitimate fucking chrome, and I'm telling you, I couldn't be happy, bro. It's fucking dude. I chromed out Big Boa, all his belt buckle, his spikes, all the shit on his mask, that thing on his ear. You see how it's reflecting?
Yeah, that's dope.
So you don't know because you haven't gotten your Big Boa yet. It's like gray.
Mm-hmm.
But I put the chrome on it. Raw talk. They got a liquid chrome ink now. And I did Big Boa out. I did belt buckle. You can't. It doesn't show up on the camera, of course. Let me see if I can get it to focus, and then you guys might see.
Nah, we can. I can see it, especially when you turn. Yeah, you can see it pretty good, especially when you turn it to the side and you put the light on it.
Yeah,
you see the light reflecting off it. Bro. Yeah.
Look at that.
You can see that joint. That's hot. That looks much better than what you got, than what they sent you, because accenting it off like that, it makes it pop. It makes the character pop more.
This shit is ridiculously hard to do with 2 hands. Hold on, how do I do? I don't know. Maybe it's too much light. Let me get that to focus. Let's do a little bit of light, maybe.
Yeah, Reno. That's fire.
Well,
yeah,
so there's that. There's this. I chromed out. You can see his dome has a chrome stripe. You see the shine on it?
Yeah.
It's chrome around his eye.
You hit all the buckles and everything.
All the tubes. I gave him a buckle. Yeah, all that shit is chromed out. His buckle on his on his leg. And it's so dope because I mean it's not like silver paint, it's actual like chrome. Like you know how chrome shit looks like real mirror. I threw it on his pistol. He got the chromed out hammer now. You got the chromed out belt buckle and shit. Word. I'm suit dog. I can't. This is next. All this is gonna be chrome. All the silver on this bike is gonna be actual chrome.
The engine. All right.
I'm chroming out his little razor blades on his neck. I'm gonna chrome those out. I'm gonna chrome out the little spikes and it's gonna be. I'm so happy that this shit exists. This shit is official.
You might want to stock up on it.
Yeah. Oh, now I just bought the one It comes with 3 different size joints. You could do is a fat pin, there's a like a medium pin, and there's like a real fine point pin, and they're the chrome. And I bought the little set of 3 because I was skeptical, because my whole life, when you get a spray paint can with the chrome cap and you spray it on the wall, but it really is fucking like gray with glitter. It's not fucking chrome, right?
Yeah,
like
it ain't
the
really
cap
chrome.
is.
Yeah.
It's like, where's that shit? Well, how'd they paint the fucking cap? Like, where's that chrome paint at? You could never find it. But yeah, it's for real. I'm gonna do this guy. I'm gonna do this guy too.
Molotov or something like that. But it's chrome too.
Yeah. This shit is lovely. It's mad fun, mad fun. Speaking of mad fun and dope shit, though, yes, I believe someone mentioned it already. TMNT has a Last Ronin, not just an R-rated TMNT Last Ronin movie in the works from producer Walter Hamada. Tyler Burton Smith co-wrote the upcoming action movie, Boy Kills World, is penning the script for this high body count R-rated live action TMNT Last Ronin. Man, I couldn't be more excited. First of all, Last Ronin is a ridiculously dope comic, ridiculously cool story about, I'm not going to say who, but one of the turtles, the last surviving turtle after Splinter and the other 3 turtles are killed. The one turtle left, he just wears all black, and he carries all the turtles, all 4 weapon sets, the nunchucks, the sai, the swords, and the staff. And so at first you don't know which turtle he is. And of course you find out by the end of the first issue, which I won't spoil it, but man, it's fucking just phenomenal. And so they're doing the live action joint, which after the success of last year's animated film, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Mutant Mayhem, Paramount Pictures is keeping, the turtle power going by putting a new feature project into development. This one, however, will go beyond the realm of all ages material. It's not going to be a family movie. This is going to be, an R-rated, gritty, violent, high body count, bloody movie, much like the comic is. And man, I just like the implications, man, the potential. I'm so excited. Paramount developing this movie, adapting the comic storyline, The Last Ronin, which again, can't say enough how dope that comic is. If you haven't read it yet, I implore you, waste no time, go read that shit, because it's the best TMNT you ever read. Sorry, Tyler Burton Smith, who co-wrote an upcoming R-rated action movie, Boy Kills World, and wrote the 2019 iteration of Chucky, Child's Play, is penning the script. So he's like a horror, action, R-rated, violent kind of guy.
They sent it to me screener because I'm going to have the opportunity to interview the cast on the 27th in New York City in an in-media session for Boy. Yeah.
Oh, Boy Kills World? Oh, nice.
Yeah. And to answer Slade Wilson, I used to have the Battle Armor Cobra Commander, but I gave it away to my little brother because he loved it so much.
Man.
The kind big brother. And I said, here you go. And he still has it. I gave it to him.
Al, when are we gonna watch Boy Kills World?
See, I don't only have that. A big salute to my gente. I also have The Strangers, the new one.
Oh,
yeah. I've been blessed. A wonderful agent that believes in the comic crew mission and
nice.
been blessing me. So I'll be able to talk about them soon, and we'll talk about that. But I don't want to take over here. I just want to say something. I know you love indie comics. And I don't know if you're aware, we're doing the Heroic Awards this year at C2E2 in 2 weeks, of which I'm the MC. Would you mind if I play the Rough Cut trailer on your show?
I'd be happy to host that, man.
Right, let me go ahead and hit it right now. Everybody, this is C2E2
Bust it out.
Awards, Heroic Awards, the first ever celebrating independent comics. Check it out. Well, that's the statue and everything. Woo, don't that look good?
Dope, man. That was hot.
Yeah, they need to put more attention to indie comics, man, because
Yeah,
more of original ideas, more of a different take. They
writing.
need more spotlight on it, man, because
That's what we're doing, Raw Talk. Hopefully, we're helping these independent creators. You shine spotlight on their creations. 200 judges, that review tons of books, weeded out the best of the best. And some of these books actually are nominated in more than one category. That's how good they were. So, it's nice to see, creators, all different types, have these opportunities. I just did a show earlier today where you could meet some of these amazing creators, posters, and more. So, thank you, Reno. I know you helping too, and it's important that the community spreading that love and awareness.
nice.
Man, my pleasure, man.
Yeah,
My pleasure.
there's also a market for indie comics now, man. More so than it ever was. It's bigger now than it's ever been, and it's growing. We have to pay attention to indie comics now because they're relevant. I mean, that's the term now everybody uses. To me, they've been relevant and but they Slade is the man. They a lot of people didn't pay indie comics any mind, man, until I mean, it's just been an explosion because a lot of people always ask nowadays, what else can you do with the X-Men? What else can you do with Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman? Can you give us a different experience? Can you give us some new characters? Can you give us something different? That's what indie comics gives us. It gives us something outside of the box that we've been asking for, but Marvel and DC just haven't given us or can't give us for whatever reason. But indie comics have.
Another
I
reason
mean, they're
they
here
got
to
to protect
stay.
their
Yeah.
IP. They've got to protect their IP,
Yep.
and they want to
Yeah.
follow whatever the president and media says that they got to do the stories as, and indie doesn't have
Yep.
to, is not bound by
They
those
don't have to do that.
agendas.
No,
Limitless.
not at all.
Very limitless. They can go deep, dark as much as they want. They can go beyond the clouds if they want. It's just the imagination is vast with indie, whereas Marvel and DC, their characters are cemented with their ideals and their limitations.
Yeah.
So,
well, not necessarily, because remember nowadays they even sexually swapping old school characters, and all of a sudden they're this or they're that. You know what I mean? So
but that's the writers of that. But I'm just saying, in essence, the character, when they were from birth, the idea of the character had its own thing. They're trying something new, but it's not gelling with the core audience of those characters. Where indie, they can take a character and say, yeah, he's try a multi-sexual, but he's a badass.
Yeah,
you can do that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because that's the
And
I mean, IDW
the
is
one.
dope. Sorry, Stu, go ahead.
Yeah, and the one thing about indie comics that we've overlooked, but nobody in the mainstream has overlooked is sales. They have outsold at some point Marvel and DC. They have sold more certain comics than Marvel and DC, depending on their characters. And a lot of their stuff is starting to become movies and Netflix shows. Berserker with Keanu Reeves. They're working on that right now. That's actually about to become. They're gonna have an anime and then they're gonna do a movie. That's coming up. It's just that their numbers, money wise, have kept the industry alive when it needed to be alive. When we couldn't get life out of DC, Marvel, and the traditional guys. So we got to give a shout out to indie comics, man. We can't overlook them.
Yeah, IDW is a I wouldn't call it indie, but TMNT. Yeah, they're premiere, right? Yeah, they're premiere.
They're
but
premiere, yeah.
TMNT Last Ronin 2 they have called Re-Evolution started publishing in March and got off to a good start, but IDW has stated that 140,000 copies of the debut issue have been ordered to date, with the second printing on the way, so it's blowing up, but there's going to be a slightly longer wait for the second part of the story right now. IDW has confirmed exclusively to that Last Ronin 2 has moved back in the release schedules by just over a month, from June 12th from the originally planned May release, or to June 12th from the original May 8th release date. It still looks good though. And speaking of the delay, the series art team express their excitement, at the way that the series is coming together. And it is, dude. I mean, the art is phenomenal. I can show y'all a dope picture here in a sec. Let me get it up here. But
I'm gonna say it that way. Let me get it up. Let me
get it up.
Let
me get it up. Let's get it up.
Let me get it up.
Let's get it up.
Let's get it up.
Yeah. But there it is. But yeah, I mean, it's like a realistic. I love this art style. It's realistic, but it's sort of cartoony too. It's the perfect, I think, for Last Ronin TMNT. What are you gonna say, Al?
You like Gina Carano, bro.
Yeah. She does.
Yeah, she do. Yeah.
It seems like that's destined to happen, right?
Right. That's like kind of what they're going for. And that's that I believe is Casey Jones's daughter. I believe.
That would fit perfectly as Casey Jones' daughter. Fuck yeah. We just did the ultimate casting on the Sixth Element show. We all require 10%. We gotta do the Stan Lee move right now.
Yeah, bro. We need that cut. And what Walter Hamada is producing. Yeah, he's the guy that made a lot of dope movies, but he's producing through his 18 Hertz production company as part of the multi-year deal with the studio. He's the former head of DC Films, and he sort of rose through the ranks at New Line, where he oversaw the Warner Brothers division's horror movies, like The Conjuring and It. And his 18 Hertz, it's 18 Hertz is the name of it. The banner is focused on making features in the horror genre. So this is who's making The Last Ronin, if that sort of gives you an idea like of how violent they plan to go with it. And Last Ronin, is about as horror as a TMNT story can get. It's set in a dystopian future, New York City. The comic, the miniseries, sort of tells of like how the Turtles and Master Splinter are killed off one by one by the grandson of Shredder and some synthetic ninjas, and one turtle remains, like I said, and barely survives and vows to exact bloody revenge. It's the perfect fucking kung fu flick, like revenge movie. And one trick of the book was that it was not clear for a while, at least, which of the turtles survived. And it would be dope if you get to see this movie without knowing it yet. So if you can hold back and not read it or find out or not research it, it's a great surprise. I mean, it's a really great surprise. Like when you find out who it is, for me anyway, I was like, oh, and I'm not even gonna tell you why I feel that way, because that's gonna give you
hints. The irony.
Don't say that. Don't say nothing.
I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just saying it's the irony.
Don't even say that. If you say that, it's gonna give some away.
No.
Nah, but yeah, it was, man. It was crazy.
Let's deviate before Raw Talk, puts out that Raw Talk out there and blows the book up. Now, I see your Wolverine shirt. I want to know that custom. This week, that's dope. Let me show you something. I know you're a T-shirt fan, then, right? So let me show you this. I was at the Coca-Cola Marvel event this week. They have this dope collaboration, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let me just show you the cans first. I mean, check this out. The Iron Man.
Oh, that's sick.
Right?
Dope.
And this has AR capabilities. So when you scan the code, right, the little man pop up and shit and start like sitting on your can and everything on the phone. You can interact with it.
What?
Yeah, the same thing with this. See, this is the Coke Zero version. I got Daredevil on this one. Look at that.
Oh, nice. That's crazy.
That's hot.
Now, I don't know if you've seen the commercial. It's dope, man. You see like a supersized Juggernaut, and that was the T-shirt that they hooked us up with. Check that out.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that's
OG Coca-Cola. All right, there you go. It's on the sleeve. You know what I mean? Look at that.
That's dope.
You got to see the commercial for this, bro. It has all the characters, and it has the comic book shop scene, everything. One of the coolest commercials. So it's a Marvel Coca-Cola collaboration. It's going to be 38 different models available within, regular Coke, Coke Zero, and even the bottles.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And it was a dope event. So a big salute to Marvel Coke, man. They know how to put a party. Let me tell you, I came out lit out that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were mixing that coke up with some rum and muchacha, and the music was fire. And the people that were there, the energy. I met CB in person, CB Beluski. He was just there chilling. I just rolled up on him, got a picture with him and everything, chilling. Real good stuff.
Dope.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah,
That's
man,
dope.
that is
That's
dope.
super dope.
Nah, but we got the trailer too for Joker 2. We're gonna show that in a second
Oh,
too.
shit.
I haven't seen it. I've
shit.
purposely not watched it. I've been been holding off until this. So I'm gonna watch it live with y'all for the first time.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's gonna be dope.
We want y'all to know. We want y'all to know that the director has been quoted as saying that this is not a traditional musical, but music plays a big part of it. And he was very, very. He said that he was very, very. He pushed that to the front in an interview I read earlier this week. Like he made sure that he made that known because people keep calling it a musical. He said it's not a musical in the traditional sense. He said, but music plays a big part of it.
Yeah. So
it's
like
going to be
it's
interesting to see how
whenever the story is being seen through the eyes of Harley Quinn, it'll be a musical. Like whenever, you know what I mean? Like that's when it'll be the musical part, when it's sort of her perspective. And that's because, like, I guess her mental illness or whatever is that the world is a musical to her. That's one of her that's her condition.
Yeah. Well, some people do that. You know, some people think there's some people that do that. They think that life is a music video or they're in a movie and they have a soundtrack in their head. I forget what that's called.
Now we know how Stu lives. All right, so now I see that's how you out there in the streets here. You live in a musical and just beating up gangbangers and stuff.
Well, I got a whole band. That follows me, like a live band that follows me everywhere I go. You know what I mean?
Who is that? Who is that? What movie was that?
I'm going to get you sucker.
Oh yeah,
go get you sucker. Yeah. Well, he was walking. The band was behind him. He was.
Theme song, and that's when he came out with hip hop with portable DJ and shit. What the fuck?
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. This TMNT shit, it's not gonna be your typical. I just really hope that it's not a straight up CGI cartoon. I want it to be very, they're calling it live action, and so I'm really hoping that we get the rubber suits like the OG TMNT movie. Like I want that kind of live guy in a suit.
I would take the CGI
to like.
I would take it. I would take CGI.
They can use CGI to like fill in gaps and make the suit not look like a suit. And touch it up, give airbrush. I think live special effects are complemented by CGI. I don't think CGI alone is the way to go with live action because it ends up looking like Roger Rabbit. But if you do it right, if the CGI is done to accent and like, touch up or make the live effects look better, that's how it needs to be used. I mean, then it won't look like a fucking cartoon and it won't look like rubber suits. It'll look real. But you have to have both. You have to have both to make it look really real. I've found that, like when you see a movie that's straight up puppets and fucking rubber suits, it looks bad. It looks like puppets and rubber suits. And when you see a movie that's straight CGI, it looks bad. It looks like straight CGI. But I can't think of a great example. But when you see them when they combine the two, it looks fucking dope.
Well, they need to talk to Square Enix because I'm gonna tell you something. Everything Square Enix ever did CGI was just dope to me. I haven't seen nothing. I haven't seen nobody do it better than them. But if you use it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. Square Enix is their development company. They do Final Fantasy games. I've never seen them do a CGI I didn't like or that didn't look real to me. I was like, God damn. Even like their older stuff holds up the time.
It don't look real when it's in a live action movie. It looks real when it's by itself in a video game. But if you put it in live action,
depends on how you do it.
Yeah, it won't.
But I've seen stuff in Unreal Engine 5 that looks real. Like I was like, damn. And that's all on the developer. They got to use, but it's expensive. And I get it. So you got to cut the cost somewhere.
Yeah,
If you
Unreal
got the
5
money to
is
do a movie, yeah, if you
a
got
whole
if you
movie.
got the bread to do a movie in an Unreal Engine 5, and you're gonna reap it, and you're gonna get some money back on that. Oh, you're gonna have something good on your hands. But if you got a modified
Yeah,
4 version or whatever, it's only limited to the software, man. So like,
yeah,
I get what you're saying. I could do either one. I don't care if it's puppets. I don't give a damn if it's rubber suits. I don't give a damn if it's CGI. I just want a good movie. That's all I
Mhm.
want. That's all I ask for.
A
yeah,
good story.
yeah. Good
Yeah, and a
story,
good story. Yeah,
and
that's all I care
and
about. Yeah.
but no, I really hope they do not just
No
give it.
stress.
I hope it's not just straight CGI. I really do, because then that's just not gonna look like live action. It's gonna look like cartoons.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want it to look like CGI turtles in the real world. That shit don't look good. They got to be real, either real in the real world or it's a CGI world, like 300 or some shit. When you try to mix it, that's when the contrast is what fucks it up. Either or is good, like you said. Either or is good, but when you don't do it right, it fucks it up. But over the years, more animated series and shit like that came out, and animation got better and better and better, and so they can really make animation look super duper fucking real. And when you mix that shit with actual live action, live special effects, it's phenomenal, dog. It can't get better. And TMNT, our co-creator Kevin Eastman and Tom Waltz wrote the comic based on an older story that they had wrote in the 80s. Peter Laird and Eastman, and they had different artists back then. Esau, Isaac, Escorza, Ben Bishop, and Eastman all did the art. And IDW, which is the publisher that holds the license for TMNT Comics, put out the books between 2020 and 2022, and the comics were an unexpected massive hit, with the collected trade paperback, the what do you call the graphic novels being the second highest selling graphic novel of the entire year. And the comic book company recently released the sequel, the part one, I guess, of the sequel, Re-Evolution, TMNT to Last Ronin 2 Re-Evolution, with the debut issue already getting a second print. And when TMNT debuted as a black and white indie comic, it was an indie comic. IDW is a premiere, like this is not indie, but TMNT is an indie comic. It's an indie. It started as an indie comic, in the mid '80s. It was 1984 or something like that. And it was like parodying comics that, like, X-Men and Frank Miller's, ninja stuff. And then they had the toy deal, which I think, Stu, you saw that toy movie, that toy documentary.
Yeah, for the toys that made us.
Toys
What it
that
was
made
called.
us.
Yeah, I know.
The
Yeah.
toy, yeah. The toy deal turned the comic into the cartoon and the whole phenomenon in the late '80s. And abetted by a cheerful, bright, cartoony animated series and all of that sort of made TMNT become like a kids thing, and then it sort of developed into this kids thing. But Last Ronin is where the original guys that wrote the shit that created TMNT, this is where they saw it going from the gate. This is their original. And back in 1984, even when they first wrote TMNT, they planned the Last Ronin story. And so, yeah, it's a legit. Like, a lot of people at first, they were like, "Oh, this is just some, they're jumping the shark. They're just making up something for shock value or whatever." No, in fact, this is the original ending that they had in mind for the original story. And like I said, and then Mutant Mayhem just came out, Seth Rogen and all of that. That was huge. And that, Paramount, when a movie is successful, they want to repeat that success. So they're looking for another TMNT. What can we do? And obviously, bro, there's no fucking question. Last Ronin is the storyline to go with. And yeah, bro, I couldn't be more excited about it. In the comics, we got Last Ronin, The Lost Years, which came after The Last Ronin. So, you know what I'm saying? If you already read Last Ronin, there is more comics after that, The Lost Years, where they
Yeah, I need to read that.
yeah,
I
bro, it's
definitely read
dope.
that.
It's dope. I kind of can't tell you a lot about it without revealing who the last Ronin is, which kind of fucks it up,
Mm,
but it's it's a prequel. It's like what happened right after the death of the other three turtles and like and Splinter and shit, and like what happened during those years when he had only, you know, vengeance and Master Splinter's journal, you know, to guide him, and what battles he fought and shit that he did between that and the last Ronin. Um, and it's Kevin Eastman and Tom Waltz, Ben Bishop. So same guys that made Last Ronin. And basically, you know, yeah, it's just like a prequel. They reveal what adventures the last Ronin experienced during his vengeful journey. Um, yeah, so it's just more dopeness. If you like Last Ronin, it's more of that. But without further ado, let's check out the Joker 2 Folie Adieu.
I'm about to bid on you after I see that.
The trailer launches to 167 million views in 24 hours. The biggest, most talked about trailer since Barbie. The, nah,
mm.
the trailer launch was I guess the marketing for the studio's upcoming DC movie here, headlined by Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga, got off to a stellar start with 167 million viewers in the first 24 hours. The teaser trailer went online right after it debuted at the CinemaCon rather, sorry, Comic-Con, at Warner Brothers CinemaCon presentation in Vegas. And that's also where we heard about the TMNT Last Ronin movie, by the way. But let me find a good. Let me find a good. Let me find a good. There we go. There's a good.
File 100% free with TurboTax Free Edition. Roughly 37% of taxpayers qualify. Form 1040 and limited credits.
YouTube ads. We love them, don't we? They pay the bills.
Got to. Got to.
All right, let's. All right, we're gonna try to watch it. We're gonna watch it on the whatchamacallit. The Access Hollywood, page, the Access Hollywood channel. So we're not gonna probably hear like all the sounds because we're gonna not make sure that we get fucked over.
Fleck, you got a joke for us today?
So he's in jail because at the end of the first one, he kills the talk show host, like on TV, on live TV, and starts a big
TV.
Yeah. And there was some question of whether that was actually real or if it was just in his head. That was some of the theories about what the movie was all about, how much of it really happened, how much of it was just in his head and stuff like that. But here he is in prison, so apparently he really did it. And there he sees Harley. Harley sees him, he sees her, she sees him as they walk past. Love at first sight.
Love at first sight happens.
Yeah.
That's where the magic started.
And here's some colorful umbrellas. There's a little I say a nod to the penguin, but hey, that's just me. You know, penguin umbrellas.
It's actually a nod. It's actually a nod to clowns. Those are clown colors, and in France, clowns usually carry umbrellas of various bright colors.
Yeah, so it's Joker and Joker and Penguin. Clowns and penguins. So she's talking. She wasn't. We can hear them talking. So it's not. At least we know it's not going to be one of those where every single line is sung like a Sweeney Todd. That's a musical. A musical like Sweeney.
Or a
Yeah,
traditional
every
musical,
word is
like the
sung.
director said.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is not a traditional musical, right? Like director said, it's definitely something musical-esque. Music plays a big part. Yeah, because like I said, from what I understand, this is just from what I understand. I didn't write the thing. From what I understand, the musical part is Harley's point of view. When shit's being seen kind of through her eyes, that's when everything is a musical because that's how she sees the world. I read this somewhere. I'm not sure who told me that. So in the comics, they meet in Arkham. She's his doctor. She's his psychiatrist, Harley Quinn. And they meet in Arkham Asylum, and she's treating him, or whatever, and she like falls in love, and they, he seduces her or whatever, and they, rest is history. She gets infatuated, and he's like, leave me alone, and she just like stalks him, and it's crazy.
Please no.
You see it?
Still running, huh?
What'd you say, Stu?
Still running, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, we did a lot of running in that first movie, man. Especially in those big clown shoes. I don't know how he did it.
The director said it's not a musical per se, but music plays a big part in it. I think so. It looks amazing.
Yeah, the first one was just was a I don't know. It just came out of left field. It was good.
Yeah.
I went to the movies and saw it, and it was actually really good.
Yeah. Showers helps, but yeah, it's definitely looks as good or better than the first one. From the trailer anyway. From this, I mean, this looks dope. I can't wait.
What's changed? We're not alone anymore. That's what we should be talking about.
The part where he was on the stairs in the first movie, and he was coming down the stairs and he was dancing. That was improvised. They said that he shot it, and they said when they went back and they were cutting the film, it just looked good, so they just kept it. They said that was never in the film, was never in the script, anything. That was a whole improvised scene that Jaquan did, and it just elevated the movie even further.
Yeah, it's he did a lot of that. He did a lot of improvising in the movie, and yeah, I mean, he's an improvisational type actor. He definitely is that type of artistic dude. Very doesn't really go by the script. I've seen some of his like outtakes and shit, like some of his work is on the movie on Joker. He's a very, what do you call it, method actor. He really gets into it and he becomes the character, and he doesn't, he's not playing Arthur Fleck. He's Arthur Fleck. So they do some type of performance together on stage. We don't know if that's actually happening or if that's in their mind or whatever, but it looks like it's real. It looks like it's at a club or something like that. And
yeah, because it's judo. What was that? Judo or whatever, was it Joker Judo or whatever it's called? What is it called?
What?
Judo, or how are they saying? What's the title is Joker? What, Judo? What is it? Or Judokes or something?
Oh, this movie?
Yeah.
Oh, Folie à Deux.
Folie à Deux. So I was right. So I was right with the umbrellas. All right, with the umbrellas, that is the colors represent his old Joker suit, and they invoke the imagery of a classic French musical. That's why you see the four umbrellas. I mean, I was joking before about the clown suit, but that is true. But
Look at
Yeah.
Stu Dog with
the
the cultural
the
hair.
the
Holy
meaning of
shit.
the umbrellas,
Right.
the meaning of the umbrellas when we saw the four umbrellas, they represent
Uh-huh.
his flex old. That's his old. Those are the old colors of his uniform in the first movie, and they invoke the
Yeah.
imagery of a classic French musical. Um,
I think they
there is a
invoked the penguin.
translation for it in English, but I can't. Nah, that's exactly what it involves
Yeah.
because French musicals usually either
No, I'm
have a
saying
balloon,
I think
an
that it
umbrella. They
invokes
either
the
have
penguin.
colorful balloons. I mean, yeah,
I
you.
think
I
it
mean,
invokes
listen,
the
yeah,
penguin. I
everybody's
think
entitled to their opinion, but I'm.
because here's the thing. Don't nobody know about that shit you talking
Mhm.
about. But everybody knows about the penguin and his
Well,
umbrella.
well, 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 well,
So
well. This is this is
I'm just saying
classic French cinema here.
no, yeah,
We
yeah,
going with
exactly.
French
Don't nobody
cinema.
watch classic. Yeah, nobody watch that shit. Classic French cinema.
Well, we
Insanity
about to
is
watch it with this. We about to watch it. This is inspired by classic French cinema. It would seem like with the title. I
Yeah, it's
mean,
also inspired by the Joker and Batman and the Penguin and that kind of shit too. It's like I don't. It's like what do you call it? Foreshadowing. Penguin's not gonna be in the movie. It's not gonna have nothing to do with Penguin. But when you see umbrellas and you think Batman and you're thinking DC and you're thinking the Penguin and the Joker, that's just that imagery that comes to mind. Now, yes, it may be folie à deux and French film imagery and all of that, but I'm
yeah.
just saying
See, in
that I
French,
think
that would
that
be
it's gonna
the
make people think
umbrellas.
of it's gonna make people think of the
In
Penguin.
French. Listen, I read a lot of books by Victor Hugo and a few other, and that would
But
be
most people
considered
didn't.
the umbrellas of Cherylburg in English.
Madness for Two. It's the French.
Madness for two. That's what it means. Folie à deux. Madness for two.
Yeah, fully for two. Yeah,
Folie
and
à
like I
deux.
said, the same umbrellas bearing the colors of his old uniform that invokes the imagery of a classic French musical. Because in classic French musicals, you always have umbrellas or balloons in different colors that have a representation of something.
Just go watch something. Go take another shower. Todd Phillips.
October. That's coming fast, man, because we're coming up on
Yeah.
the fifth month of this dang year already. Jesus.
October 4th. Yeah. And it's gonna be an IMAX.
I'm
It's
definitely
gonna be
going
an
to see it in
IMAX.
IMAX. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
going to see it in IMAX. Anytime I can see a movie in IMAX, I go see it. But fellas, with that, I gotta go. I gotta go fight crime. I'm sorry.
Be safe, man.
Easy.
And while you fight
Yeah,
crime, I'm
man,
about to
man.
break a crime by smoking marijuana. Have a great one, Stu, and the sixth element of hip hop family.
Peace.
Peace. Peace out,
Yo,
fellas.
be safe, my man. Hey, Stu.
We'll do. What's up?
Before you go,
What's up?
I got a big boa. Okay, he left. A big boa and a quick kick coming for you. But yeah, man. Joker 2 looks good, dog. I think it looks good. I think it's I was worried. I was worried. Not a big musical fan. So yeah, I was worried that it was not gonna be for me. But I think it is. I think it looks good.
It's gonna be dope.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, that's it, y'all. We chopped it up, man. That is the Joker. That is the last Ronin. Cannot wait for both. They look dope, and of course, as always, we got to give flowers to those, before they pass. But in this case, we got to salute Rico Wade and Mr. C, and yeah, man. So. Y'all be safe, man, and we'll see you guys Monday. Have a good weekend, and I bid you folie adieu. Peace.
Peace.